All right, with that new SG, I wanted some strap locks. For decades when I was gigging out, for whatever reason, I'd use the Schallers. I like them better than the Dunlop. Other people disagree with that. You know, they're the Schaller people, they're the Dunlop people, and they're the whatever, man, as long as it doesn't fall off people. But all of them, the Schallers and the Dunlops, have that rattle. And that rattle goes into the pickup, and if you're playing in a high gain amp, it can be really distracting. And always at the worst possible time. For gigging, it was a necessary evil, but you know, I haven't gigged out in a long time. I'm doing all the videos for work and amp reviews and stuff, and just testing amps on my own. So I haven't used strap locks in a while. I didn't need the hassle of the rattle. And that was fine with my Tellies and Strats. If you drop a Telecaster, you worry about the floor. But with the SG, you drop an SG, you can snap off the headstock or break the neck. Bad things happen, plus mahogany is a soft wood. So I definitely wanted some strap locks, but I did not want the rattle, particularly since I do so much recording. That's just a hassle I could do without. So I looked at what's changed on the market. The Dunlops have got a shorter, more attractive looking strap button now. That was a consideration. There's a new one called the Locksbox system. Mechanically, it makes a lot of sense to me. I saw a couple of people saying that they came loose when you didn't want them to. And I saw a bunch of people saying that the toothed washers on the Locksbox system chew up strap material. And the strap lock works great, but it chews up your straps. And that was not a game I wanted to play. So if anyone out there is using the Locksbox and loves it and can put in the comments that how great they are, or that the straps don't get affected after 6 months of use, whatever, you know, it may be worth checking out. I was really intrigued by it, but you know, I just don't want to chew up a bunch of straps. And from looking at the photos of how those geared washers work, those toothed washers work, it made sense to me. So then I found the new S-type Schaller locking tuners, and it's prettier, a lot of improvements from what I could see, and crucially, they promise that they don't rattle. So let's see how they did. So this is the new Schaller S-type locking strap lock, and it's much prettier. This is the nickel. It's got a longer post, longer bushing to accommodate thicker leather straps like this one. Instead of just having a washer and a nut like the old ones, and you know, they always came loose. I'd have to retighten them every couple weeks. This one's just an all-in-one piece that's knurled on the sides, and it's domed, and it's really pretty. And what you do is you tighten it by hand, and then there are two little holes that you can pass a small Allen key through and tighten it all the way down, have some leverage. You don't have to use a socket wrench or set of pliers or anything. That's nice. And then it's got a little set screw to lock it in place. Now, as I use this over the coming weeks and months, I will report back if the set screw begins to come loose. A little blue Loctite would probably fix that. I expect that over time this leather will compress and these will have to be retightened, but that's a process of the leather itself, not the button. So let me put this on the guitar and we'll see if the rattle really is gone like they claim. Fingers crossed, right? Okay, both volumes up, middle position. That's just my hand on the strings. No rattle. No rattle. Yay, no rattle. So the only noises this guitar makes now are the ones I make with it intentionally or otherwise. But the rattle's gone, so that's great. Let me show you one unexpected benefit of this and two considerations. First of all, you have to really pull it pretty snugly to pull it off. That's great. But it goes on just by its own weight. So it's easier to put on than the old ones. And should this, for whatever reason, come a little loose, if the lock were to fail, you still have a U shape to help hold it. So that's nice. That's as it always has been. One consideration, particularly with a mahogany guitar like this SG, the new screw that comes with the Schaller system was slightly longer than the factory screw from Gibson. And if you were to try to force that in here, you could crack the wood. I have all the tools necessary to slightly deepen that hole, the right amount of increased depth at the right diameter to put the new screw in safely. If you are not 1,000% sure that you are qualified to work on a relatively thin mahogany guitar in the neck joint area, take that to a tech to have it installed. Won't be as big a deal on a Strat, won't be as big a deal on a Telecaster, won't even be as big a deal on a Les Paul, but here it's in the neck joint. So 335s, SGs, tech recommended. Les Paul, it's going to depend on the factory depth versus the new depth. On the butt end, it wasn't a problem. The factory hole was deep enough. The other consideration on this is that the new system costs more. I think the old Schallers were about $12 a set, and the Dunlops were like $10 a set. I got these for about $17. I've seen them from $17 to $30. Don't pay $30 a set for these. You can find them $17 to $20 most places. And they don't retrofit the old system. So this new system does not fit on the old post, and the old system does not fit on the new post. So if you have 10 guitars with the old Schallers and you want to go to the new setup, you have to buy 10 sets of these. That's a shame, but if you're recording especially, it's worth it not to have that source of constant noise, because that can ruin a take. Live, no one's going to care, no one's going to hear, whatever. It's part of the experience. But in the studio, you don't want to stop a take, particularly if you're in any kind of paid session work. If you're the guy who kills the take and everyone else is doing their part because your strap lock made noise, so I'm really pleased with these. I feel that the guitar is secure. The button doesn't come out enough to poke me in the belly. I've got a little bit of a belly. So this is just wonderful. I wish I'd had non-rattly locking strap locks all my life, but now I do.